Uh, do you run on the Penske shocks? Is that
We're
true? I think.
running JRI.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yep.
JRI is very
Cool.
popular in the series. We've gotten with some of the better tuners out there. Adam Andretti introduced me to his setup guy, and so we got our shock package from them, and he's got his tuning in it. So it's been a good package so far. We've done a little bit of tweaking on the rears, but the fronts are just spot on.
It's very similar to NASCAR, isn't it? Like the car style and the
Oh,
sound. Yeah.
yeah, these are
Yeah, it's
essentially
awesome.
stock cars. They're just, they're
Mm.
built more balanced, equal suspension so that you can go left and right instead of just going left. So, roundy round cars set up with a little bit offset suspension, whereas road course were equal. So, got a balanced car.
And what's your favorite track you've raced at?
Well, it used to be Laguna Seca. That was hands down my favorite. That was back when I was just running my street cars, doing HPD days, and just go out and have a little fun on the weekend. And now that I'm actually racing, the track that terrified me in my street cars was Sonoma. And it's because there's so many walls, so many opportunities to actually hit something, and who wants to take home your street car in a ball, So now that I'm racing a car, which, I know I can repair, I'm not quite so worried about. I really enjoy Sonoma. I'd say Sonoma's hands down my favorite. It's, got a lot of elevation change, very technical, physically challenging. Yeah, I really like it.
It has a lot of blind sort of corners, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it's got some
Yeah.
rises where you can't see, blind 8, 2, top of 3. So yeah, there's several turns you can't see the other side, and it's just kind of a Hail Mary going in.
Yeah. And the corkscrew at Laguna Seca would be fun to drive. Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
that's pretty cool. I mean, it's fairly low speed, so it's not as exciting as you would think. I mean, from my perspective, I've actually raced it on a bicycle, and that was even funner because
no, yeah.
50 plus going down through there on a bicycle, which is pretty amazing. But the car,
Yeah.
again, you're entering so slow up top, and as you're coming into the second, what would be, I guess, 8B, as you're dropping in there, the grip levels aren't really high, so you really can't hammer on the car. And then before you know it, you're going into 9, and gravity's taking over, so you got to roll out fairly quick. But yes, it's still an exciting track. But again, Sonoma, I'd say it's far my favorite.
That's good. Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
So, have you raced against Tommy Dreese, Tony Ave, and all those guys?
Tony, yes, I did race against Tony last year at COTA in the TA2. Prior to that, Tommy Dreese and I, we used to race each other in the TA class. So when I entered in 2019, the National Series came to the West Coast, ran Sonoma and Laguna, so I got a chance to race against him there.
What is Tommy Dreese like, in your opinion, to race against?
I've never had any problem with him. If he's coming up on me, I give track. Vice versa, he's been a gentleman for me. Even in the paddock, easy to talk to, cordial, friendly. He came up to me at COTA where I was in my historic TA car, and he was just thought it was a beautiful car. He said, "Hey, this is pretty cool. You can come out here and race with us."
Awesome to hear. So, what's your favorite race you've raced?
I would say COTA, just because the sheer number of cars, the competition level is just really high. You got 15, 20 guys at any moment could be up at the front of the pack. So, you always have your 5 favorites, but man, there's 10, 15 guys that are just ultimately really fast. And so, and then the rest of the pack is no slouch. I mean, it's racing all the way through. Everybody's going to give you a hard time if you let them. So you gotta push the issue and work your magic to get around them.
Awesome. Fire away, Brendan.
It's a lot like bumper to bumper racing a lot of the time, isn't it? Like what do people push, and it's very close racing, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of people. So pride myself on being able to run a clean race. So I try
Yes.
not to lean on people. I try to beat them, by either they make a mistake or I do something better. I try to beat them tactically, not just pushing. I mean, obviously, if somebody's holding you up and it's the closing laps and they're doing things that they shouldn't be doing, you might bump them a little bit, let them know that, hey, I want to come back. But ideally, I try to avoid that. I try to figure out a way
Yeah.
to stop doing that. And, I mean, let's face it, I mean, again, I'm doing everything myself. So every time I hit somebody, that's another repair for me. So it just
Yes.
equals
Yeah.
work afterwards. So.
No. And it's very yeah, it's one of my favorites to watch. I think Trans Am because you're very close and cars sound awesome and yeah, classic muscle cars, I guess.
Yeah, got the flames coming out of the exhaust.
Yeah, it's good to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
wish I could spend more time watching. Unfortunately, we're always in the car.
Oh, yes.
Occasionally nowadays, I mean, like COTA, we got to watch the TA class race. Whereas normally, we're so involved in getting the car set up or fixing something or what have you that you just don't have time to go watch the races anymore.
Mm.
It's kind of cool when you get that opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. So, what was your runner-up finish like?
Well, we've done it back to back now. I mean, we were, always getting up to the top 5 and then having trouble spinning or something happened. And so last year at COTA, we finished second, and then opener of this season, we finished second. So it's a good feeling. I mean, especially if you come through the pack. In both cases, I started way far back in the West Coast division, had to work for it. So that makes it even more rewarding, knowing that you beat everybody or worked your way through the pack and stayed clean, stayed smooth, and got the results. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, for sure. So, what are your hopes for the future?
Well, I'm just looking forward to, obviously I'd love to have a championship season. Again, we had a great season opener with a second place finish. So if we can keep stringing together podium finishes and stay clean all year, there's a good shot at it. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And we'll keep trying. If this year doesn't work in our favor, there's always next. But yeah, right now we're looking pretty good. I'm feeling good about myself. We're feeling good about the car. It's always more to do, always more tuning. We're always trying to perfect it. But at this point, yeah, we have a pretty good race package, and we've been able to be very consistent. We're finishing. The cars sound from a mechanical standpoint, and if we can just keep that up, that's a good formula for a win.
All right, sounds good. So, everybody, please check out Michael Fine on his website. What's it called?
FMR Racing.
And his Facebook page at Michael Fine. And we'll see you next week for the next episode of Stories from Motorsports.